What's up, people? We are getting things set up, so just listen to the sound good as we get everything ready to go. We'll be starting here in about a minute or so. So I welcome all y'all to the show. But until then, just keep on jamming out, rocking out, bobbing out, however you say, getting lit. I don't know what y'all say nowadays. To the music. Deuce. See you. What's up, people? This is your boy Neverhead back with another Live 11 Gamers podcast. I have Mr. K-Bum 20 right here with me. What's up, K-Bum?
Yo, what it do, man? I'm back, excited, ready to dig in, man. Let's do this.
Okay, Mr. Norris hasn't jumped on yet. Hopefully he's able to get in here. But if not, I'll alter this screen and make it look more focused on us. But for right now, we just do it like we're doing it. Got a lot to talk about. What you say, K-Bun? We got a lot to talk about.
But we got to talk about. I'm ready to hop into this topic. We know we had our back and forth already. So let's do this.
what back and forth? What you talking about?
Don't act crazy now.
What? Wait a minute. Hold up here. Push the pause button. Hold the fort. What you talking about, man? What conversation has we had on this week?
Wrap it up.
we got punked. Or should I say cyberpunk?
Oh, cyberpunk. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that old piece of trash. Anyway, so welcome to the show. If you're in the chat room, let us know you in there. I'm not even over there. I haven't even looked in, but let me know if you're in the chat room. Put a 1 in the comment section if we sounding loud and clear. If we are sounding loud and clear, put a 1 in the comment section. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Hopefully Mr. Norris jumps on soon. I see we got a few people here, 2 people, literally a few. But hopefully before everything wraps up, we'll get more faces, more names, more viewers logging on. So anyway, yeah, man, it's been good, man. What just happened? What happened this week that was interesting?
The Super Bowl. What you mean?
That's right. That's right. I forgot that was Sunday. So what you think, man? What you think about the outcome?
Man, I'm sorry. I am a St. Louis Rams fan, so I was not happy watching these fake Lambs win. It wasn't even the team; it was the fact that Stan Kroenke, which is I deem as the worst owner in all the sports, actually got a chance to get a ring. Just makes me not a happy person, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, don't hate on that man. He deserved a ring, bro.
I will not side with that, but you have your own opinion, so I'm cool.
Nah, okay. I mean, hey. So anyway, I didn't have no problem with it. I enjoyed it. The main thing I was there for was for the halftime show.
Oh yeah.
Halftime show was lit. They could have did a different prop. I don't know if I like the whole stage prop. I thought that was a little much, a little busy. It didn't allow you to enjoy and see everything, but the music, yeah, I was vibing out on that. I was sitting there like, man, this is bringing back all memories, cause that's my era. And Snoop was kind of when I was in high school. So, and then to see Kendrick destroy it like he did, and it was also cool to hear Eminem as well. So I enjoyed it. Mary J. Blige hit a couple keys that I was kind of concerned about, but other than that, it was a good show. What you think?
Yeah, no, I actually liked the stage. I thought that was pretty cool the way they did that. So I had no problem with the stage setup. I did think it was funny they showed the behind the scenes of a Snoop getting one little puff in before they started up. I thought that was kind of hilarious. But I like the setup.
Right, he wasn't supposed to smoke, so he literally in the stairwell. And everybody, man, cameras can find anything they want to find, bro. How they caught that brother back there chiefing is beyond me. But no, reason it ain't that I didn't like the set. I think it's dope if everybody is on the side where all the activity is going on. I was just like, man, how can the people on the other side see it without looking at the teleprompter? So I thought they really kind of basically only had one side visual until they were standing on the top. And then you can kind of look all the way around. Whereas if you just had a flat surface where everybody can see you from all the angles, I thought that would have been a better aesthetic than, basically only half the field could see. So the rest of it was, you were seeing the back of the props and the stage and all the stage props and stuff. So, but overall, man, Kendrick killed that to me.
Yeah,
Kendrick killed that thing. So
that was pretty cool.
But anyway, so we ain't here to talk about the Super Bowl. We're here to talk about these games. And so let's go ahead and get this thing started, bro. Let's go. It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busted. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet High Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. But they say, live and level. We on that MIC. Live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level. What's up, people? This is your boy Levelhead back with another level. Live and Level Gamers podcast. I see Mr. Norris has showed up. So we are here. We are ready to go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Now I gotta fix everything. All right. So, hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's good?
Yo,
What's up?
We here, Mr. No. Yeah, it's all right, man. This is the dad and grown man podcast. So you know how it is. We do what we do. We get it done. If this is over 30, 30 and up, as Show Baraka would say, 30 and up. So, but what's good, man? What's good, Keith?
Nothing much.
All right. I'm gonna fix it up here. I'm gonna get us right. We try to be semi-professional, but we rig on the go. You know how it is. But what you been up to?
Working, trying to keep my health in order. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you still adjusting to that pretty good?
Yeah, I'm. So I went to the doctor maybe 2 weeks. No, it had to been a week ago, and they hooked me up with this thing called a Dexcom. You know, so it's been helping a lot. You know, I ain't got to prick my finger and stuff. So.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got a lot for y'all tonight. I think we're gonna have an epic discussion around this cyberpunk update for next gen platforms. Mr. K-Bum 20 has a lot to say. I think CD Projekt Red did what they can do, man. I'm proud of them, but K-Bum seems to be a little salty about they. Wait a minute. Am I the one salty? Who's salty here, K-Bum? Is it me or you?
We'll figure it out.
So anyway, and I guess Nora's gonna play the mediator unless he has some stuff to say himself. So we got a lot to talk about, but before we get into all that, you know what we do, so let's go. Yeah! You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey! What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. All right, so what you been gaming on? I think I started with you last time, Keith. So I'm gonna go with Mr. K-Bum 20.
3, 2,
what you been gaming on, bro?
Go!
What I've been gaming on. So I've been spending a good amount of time playing Call of Duty because the boys play Call of Duty. So I've been playing with the homies, and I still am a believer that Vanguard sucks. Vanguard is a terrible game. I dislike it so much, but you know the boys want to play it, so I end up playing Vanguard. But I do not like that game, seriously. But it is what it is. But the game I do like that I play more of is Warzone. That's the other the battle royale type of game for Call of Duty. I do enjoy that a little bit more than playing Vanguard. So I've been playing that, trying to play Warzone more, but the guys like to play Vanguard, so whatever. Been doing that. Been playing 2K still, trying to get to the highest the level for the season. I don't know if you guys know how they do seasons, but this is like last season before I make Legend, which is the highest level in the game. So hopefully we get a chance to do that in the next couple of days before it expires. Still playing Tekken every now and then. Still gets the heart rate up, but your boy been holding his own against some good competition. So I still play that online against a couple people. And I think every now and then I play FIFA with the homies, and a little bit of what's that other game I'm playing? FIFA and a little bit of Overwatch. That's right. So I haven't added anything new to the repertoire yet. I did get a chance to check out the Cyberpunk updated graphics, and we're going to talk about that and a little bit later. But nothing new to the repertoire
Who said we
yet.
talking about that? Who said that?
This dude is for real. I haven't had anything new yet, but I did send some of my GameFly games back, and I should be having Horizon Zero Dawn. What is that? Forbidden West coming to the house soon, so I should be having that probably next week.
Okay. Mr. Norris, what have you been gaming on, bro?
Shoot, not much. I did check out the Cyberpunk update on the Stadia. I haven't looked at it on my PC yet, but I did check it out I was actually at work, and I was like, let me see, and I just clicked over to a browser, and I played it. I played it for like a second, because I'm on company time, but
That's funny.
I just checked it out to see what it looked like, and then I cut it off. And then I got home and played on my TV, big screen.
What'd you think?
I don't know, man. I feel the Stadia version is kind of trippy. I don't know if it was my connection, but I feel like it was better before, visually and the way it felt. But we'll get into that later.
Okay.
But that's pretty much. That's pretty much all I played.
Okay. So for me, I played a little bit this week. I got a chance to throw in a game that me and K-Bum kind of been eyeballing for a while now. And, I wanted to support this type of a game because I am a beat 'em up type. So I went out, and bought Sifu.
Okay.
Sifu, the Kung Fu movie. It's basically like Kung Fu. That's what his brother's like. It looked like Nintendo took Kung Fu and modernized it. But the game is pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. I really like the animations, the fighting combat, how it looks. It really looks smooth. It really feels like a John Woo or a really action-packed Kung Fu movie. And you know how Enter the Dragon, when Bruce Lee went to the dojo and they all surrounded him and he commenced to put foots to faces. You feel like that. You really do. I do love the way the game treats death. The whole aging element to the game. So, unlike other traditional games, when you die, you just have a few lives, or you have what they call, you just keep starting over until you beat the stage. Well, in this game, there's two consequences. One, you age. So if you die back to back to back, they constantly add more. Like say you die once, you get one, and when you resurrect, a year is added on to your life. If you die again, it's I think it goes up to 2 or 3. So the next time 3 years is added onto your life. Then the next time 4 or 5 years are added onto your life. Now, if you do some stuff in the game, you can knock that back down to 2 years. If you die at that point, only 2 years to be added to your life. Once you get up to 72, anything after that, you pretty much gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And you got this talisman or this thing that resurrects you. And it's pretty dope. It has a Souls-like aesthetic because it is really hard. It's not easy. The AI is incredible. They don't care that you one person. They're ruthless. Remember how we was talking about in Ratchet and Clank, Rips Apart,
Yeah.
K-Bum, how they didn't care that it was just you? This game is worse. you trying to block a shot, you got a bottle coming at your head, another dude swinging a bat behind you, and you got to be able to block all that. And so it's real dope. My only complaint, and I see Taz Blue up in here. What's up, bro? Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Yeah! Welcome to the show. Now, anyway, get back to my statements. All right, so
Go!
my only issue with it is, well, two. Well, no, just one. The hit effects, the sound effects for your punching and your hits. I want that real old school kung fu, all that stuff. I really want all that. You know, I want to sound, I want all that. And this kind of, I ain't really care for that. But outside of that, the game is dope. No, I want that, all that stuff. I want it all, man. I want to hear rattle-tat and everything. You know, I want to hear big booms and pows, but it's pretty dope, man. Where am I at? I'm on the second stage because my brother came over and his behind started the first stage over again because he thought he was gonna get through it and show me what's what, and he got whooped anyway. So
same person didn't get a kill in Call of Duty.
Absolutely, and he's still looking for a PlayStation 5. I'm like, bruh, stop. You need to go sit down somewhere. Anyway, so he rusty, but anyway, the game is good, man. I think they have stumbled onto. I think they have created, not necessarily created a new genre, but they have really improved on a genre that we haven't seen like this in a long time. But you know, you got, you know, Streets of Rage and Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge is coming back. Today I got lost in Double Dragon lore but I see this as a way to bring those games to a future aesthetic, real talk. And I can see them turning this into like a, you know, this having 3-4 player and it being like this, and you going into a club and you fighting the whole club and you playing online, and you can have your home screen, but you teaming up with other people, and I can see them doing that type of stuff. This to me is a new entry into that, and Sifu is a good game. I forgot the name of the developers who made it, but I sent a shout out to them. They did a good job on this game, and I recommend it to anybody who has, you know, a PlayStation or an Xbox. I think it's both new and old. So PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
Is it on the Xbox?
I don't think so.
Oh, so it's on the Sony. Oh, okay. I thought that was.
I think it's Sony and PC, I believe.
Okay, well, sorry, Xbox, but y'all got everything else. Y'all bought Activision, so hey, and Bethesda. So y'all got a lot to be grateful for. But anyway, if you got a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, I think you should check it out. I think you will enjoy it. Has any one of y'all here checked it out?
Not yet. But your description, man, you know, kind of makes me want to play it when you was talking about the whole Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Then the whole psh, psh. I mean, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't mind it.
You know how it is, man. You know how it go. You know, you want to hear it. You want to hear that old school delay. You want to hear all that stuff. But no, they ain't giving you all that.
You compared it to like, it's like a new age kung fu. Mm-hmm. And like, I can imagine like developers going to Nintendo saying, hey man, we think this game will work. We can build you a new kung fu. And Nintendo's like, nah. And then they make the game anyways and they call it, see fool, I told you it was going to work.
Seafood.
Now here's the thing.
Why is it called seafood?
Well, that's the name. I can't give that away, but anyway.
Okay.
But this is the dope thing, Keith. And on the first stage, you are going upstairs just like in Kung Fu. You're going up flights of stairs, and each stairs you fighting like, and it's training you. So you go through this alleyway, then when you get in the building, you going up these flights of stairs, and then the first time you learn how to block, you learn how to parry. And I mean, it's a small window to really parry, but when you see him do that, you know, what's his name that took over for Bruce Lee, kind of like he kind of...
Jet Li?
Not Jet Li, no, the new guy. It's a modern guy.
You talking about Ip Man?
Ip Man, the dude that played Ip Man. Oh, they drew a lot of inspiration from him.
Taz, you know the dude named Taz.
I can't think of his
You watch
name.
all the stuff. What is his name? Danny
Yang. There it is. Danny Yang.
Okay.
That's his name. Yeah. All right. You know how he get you on that beat? Man, they do all that. And when I tell you Keith is like that, it's like that. When you hit a dude with a bat, it felt like you really hit him with that bat. You know what I'm saying? And it don't discriminate. You slapping women up in this game. You throwing them. Kind of crazy stuff. But it's pretty dope, man. So the graphics is cel shaded. It ain't gonna blow you away visually, but it's gonna pull you into the world because while not trying to go for a realistic look, the way the game, the aesthetics of the game works for what it's doing. It pulls you in, and it feels. I'm glad it's not realistic because what you're doing, if it was realistic, might be extremely brutal. But by having an aesthetic and kind of animated look, it ain't as brutal as it could be realistic, man. Because when you smash a bottle upside one of their heads, when you slam them in the wall and then do that side chop, and then he turn around, they back up, like, oh my, this boy bad. It's pretty dope. So I'm enjoying it. What Taz say? I see you up here talking about. Don't be talking about my brother Taz.
Donnie Yang.
He said, so Donnie Yang. Okay. He gonna say, so he trash at that too. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, so anyway, that's what I've been gaming on. I think I got in some other stuff, but I ain't gonna worry about that. That's really the one I wanted to talk about. I plan on getting Horizon Forbidden West. I probably won't get it this week. I'm gonna try to beat either this Shifu or Guardians of the Galaxy. Then once I beat one of them, I go pick up Horizon Forbidden West. So, K-Bone, let me know what you think about that, because the graphics on that game, from what I'm seeing, bruh, is ridiculous. So I do plan on getting it. Anyway, we 8:30, so we got an hour to discuss these two topics. So let's get into it. So the first thing we talking about on tonight, we ain't even gonna hesitate and wait. CD Projekt Red decided that they was going to release what would you call it? They had like a video conference. What would you call that?
Video stream or something like that.
Yeah, a stream where they was basically
Red stream.
Yeah, and
Dev stream.
A dev stream, and of course they, trying to make good on the promises of 2 years ago. This game been basically hampered and crippled and half missing its assets, and the computer don't know what to do because half the game ain't finished yet. So they trying to finish the game for everybody. So
the game is finished.
Oh, the game finished?
But the game is finished, but they ain't finished with the game.
Yeah, I was confused, you know what I'm saying? I'm confused. I ain't know if the game is still being worked on. It's work in progress. Y'all just play what we got finished for right now, and then we'll get y'all a little later, the Saga 2. But anyway, so they had the video. Of course, they have the next-gen update for the game for the folks that have the PlayStation 5s and the Xbox Series S, X, and PC, who've been basically waiting for this upgrade, and Stadia.
No, PC people. No. PC people already have the highest.
Oh, they already got it. I thought they was held back.
This is only for consoles.
Well, so Stadia had it already.
I think Stadia, but I know this is the next gen for consoles. You said what?
Stadia already had it too.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
they already had it. Yeah, they got the upgrade. There's other upgrades that came with the 1.5. Right, there were other fixes and DLC that came with this, but most of this 1.5 was the next gen upgrade. But everyone else already had the graphics.
Keep me honest, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be misrepresenting, But anyway, so they had this, and so me and K-Bum got into a little small back and forth conversation on the situation that's going on with CD Projekt Red, and K-Bum is of the mind, and I'm gonna let him speak for himself. That
just speak myself. You're a hater, but let me speak for myself.
Wait a minute, hold up, don't not this early. early. Don't do that this early. We still got
level.
Yeah.
You kind of robotic just a little bit.
Okay. Is
I don't
changed?
know if I can. It's kind of weird when y'all going back and forth and y'all finna go at it. So
Okay, am I sounding good now? I'm not finna go at it. I'm finna take
let's
my
give the
case.
people what they looking for. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Round one.
So, okay, so this is my thing. All right. Now, I know, I'm a man of the cloth. I'm a God-fearing man, and I got grace and forgiveness for all people. But I do feel a little ways about how CD Projekt Red handled this game. I stated this to K-Bum, and I said, in my opinion, I felt like when they knew that this game wasn't ready, they just should have. When people start discovering the situation with the game, they just should have said, we messed up, and we're going to make it right to all the fans and everybody like that. If you want a refund, we'll give you a refund, but we hope that you stick with the game. It's going to be better down the road. They didn't do that. What they did was basically said, I don't care. We got your money. Go talk to Sony and Microsoft, and they had figured out. But Sony wasn't having it, and they basically took the game down.
Not true, but I'll let you
what they did?
That's not what they did.
Okay, well, just put it down and correct me on when you go. Correct. So, from my understanding, Keith, they basically said kick rocks and go talk to Sony and Microsoft, and they'll give you a refund. But K-Bone said it wasn't like that, so I'm gonna let him defend that later. But I'm gonna keep going with my soliloquy. So, in my perception and from my angle and vantage point, that's what they did. So I'm looking at this like, so y'all basically gonna give us a screwed up game that y'all knew wasn't right. And basically, the people for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One X, y'all just gave them shovelware. Y'all threw that game on the system, knowing it wasn't ready for the system, couldn't run on the system. But y'all got y'all money, y'all good. Then when Sony took the game down and backlash began to happen, then y'all came back with a whole nother tune. We finna fix the game. We gonna come out with these. We got these markers that we're gonna make, and
that again is not true. But
it's not true. Markers, they didn't have like
that's not the time.
I know they didn't call. This is what
right timing.
Hey, I'm giving. Fix it.
I'll let
fix
you
it. Just let me go. Let me butcher this all up. I don't care. Let me butcher it. So from my vantage point as a gamer who don't be keeping up with them, because I was done with them once they put it out like they did, because I was kind of interested in this game. Because y'all got me interested. I'm not a first-person player. I don't care for first-person shooters, but it's exceptions to the rule. Metroid Prime 4 will be one, and Metroid Prime series. I like that. I went and bought Call of Duty. I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's 60 frames per second, it don't give me the drowsiness. I'm good. I can play it. So I was kind of interested because y'all was hyping me up. So they had this plan of action, and it was going to come in certain stages. Now, I don't know all the details, but from what I'm seeing is people are still not satisfied with what CD Projekt Red has done in its 2 years in. And to me, they duped us. They punked us. They got us, man. That's how I feel about it. They got their money. They threw it at Sony and Microsoft to basically cover their tracks until Sony said, nah, we ain't doing that. You get out here and fend for yourself. Until y'all fix this game, we ain't selling it on our network, in our store. So that's my feelings about it. Like, people are still not satisfied. People still feel like this game is not what they promised. And I feel like we gave EA the business when they did that with Andromeda, when they did that with Mass Effect. What was that one? Mass Effect. Was that Andromeda?
Andromeda.
And then what was the other game that they messed up after Andromeda?
Anthem.
We gave them the business with both of them games. Last week you gave Nintendo the business for bringing DLC to a 7-year-old game. So I feel like CD Projekt Red, the creators of Witcher series and Witcher 3, should get that business just like all the others was getting it. They should get that business. Now, with that being said, K-Bum, I'm going to turn it over to Keith. No, I was playing. Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead and share your thoughts. That's where I'm at with it. I feel like you are not giving them the business like you normally do.
All right. So if apparently we have very short memory here on this podcast, so I will inform the rest of the people what actually happened.
That is
And
100%
and
facts.
hopefully
My my
hopefully
my, my
Keith
preaching was factual. This is a gospel. No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
hopefully Keith remembers when this came out. K Bomb absolutely flamed Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red when this came out. I told them that they lied to us. They did not show the PS4 and Xbox One X versions. They knew it was trash. They sent it out anyway. And I said they deserve everything that they have coming to them. The shares being dropped, the fact that they were hacked, the fact that
Yeah, I
this
forgot about
they
that.
lost money on this, they lost sponsorships, they lost trust. I flamed CD Project Red when this game came out. Flamed them. So let's set the record right that K Ball wasn't like it's okay CD Pro. No. I flamed them, and I said they deserve every bit of negative feedback that they're getting for this game because they lied to the consumers. They sent us that hour-long video of how the game was supposed to look, and it barely looks like that even on high-end graphic cards. I absolutely let them have it. All right, so let's set the record straight. Let's also set the record straight. Well, first, there's a question here. How many other games, of those games that we just announced, from EA, we announced Andromeda, we announced Anthem, we announced even this last one, Battlefield, even one of the Assassin's Creed that was bugged out
Oh,
of control,
right.
that bugs everywhere. How many of those?
Valhalla.
How many of those that the company actually said actually offered refunds?
What was it? I don't think it is a bad. That was a bad. Andromeda was.
You don't know Anthem. You don't know how Destiny 2 was launched in.
Okay,
Let's even go to Bethesda. Let's even go to Bethesda when they released that Fallout game a couple of years back, and it was bugged out of it was unplayable. The Fallout game.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
He did not offer refunds.
They
Took the
didn't
money.
either.
You said what?
They didn't at first until Sony pulled the rug under their feet.
See, the timing is wrong again.
Okay.
It was CD Projekt Red that first announced that they were going to give people refunds. What they did not do is that they did not correctly set up with Sony and Microsoft how those refunds were going to be handled.
Right. That's
But
okay.
they were the ones.
Okay.
But no. But they were the ones who say we will give refunds to anybody who bought the game and wants to return it.
All right,
That statement came
pause
from
right there.
from CD Projekt Red. It did
Right.
not come from Sony.
Pause,
it did not come from Xbox.
pause. I just want to get clarity.
Mm-hmm.
CD Projekt did say that, but I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But they were not going to themselves do the refund. They was expecting Sony and Microsoft to do it.
No.
That wasn't
They were going to work with Microsoft and Sony with the refund. They were not going
How
to
was they
dump
gonna
it on
work
their
with
laps. They did not work out the plan when they made that announcement. They did not already have the plans worked out to give the refund.
So basically,
this was not going to be dumped on Sony's lap and say it's up to you to give the refund.
My point is, they sold some wolf tickets, and Sony called their bluff. Sony called them on their wolf tickets.
No, they didn't sell wolf tickets about refund. They were going to do it, but they did not have the proper means to do it. They just said it, and people like, cool, refund. And Sony was like, how are you going to do these refunds?
Paul, that's my point.
They had every intentions of doing the refund.
Okay, let me explain what I mean.
Let's take it back.
Wait, hold on. Let's park right here for a second.
They were the ones who told Sony to take the game off.
Okay.
Sony didn't take it off.
Let's
They
pause.
told Sony to go ahead and do that.
Let's pause right here. Let's just pull this car right on in.
Please. We haven't got to my topic.
Keith, I know. You jogging my memory, bro. Let's pull this car right on in, like
all right.
You know,
All
let's
right.
parallel park it. How are you gonna make a statement that you are not prepared to do?
That's done all the time. It's wrong. It don't make it right.
So
But
you
let's
can't.
not say
My point
that
is,
not done.
don't give them kudos or credit for something they couldn't do.
No. You're misunderstanding.
Okay,
I'm not
just
giving
making sure.
kudos.
All
What I'm
right.
saying is what correctly happened.
All right, okay.
I understand what's going on. I'm
said they
correcting
lied.
a false statement.
All right.
I'm correcting a false statement.
I just said they lied. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
No. You said Sony made them start doing the refund. No.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. They offered to
I'm
do
interrupting
refunds,
you. It's your,
and
it's
they
your
didn't
floor.
work it out.
I'll explain what I mean in a second. Go ahead, though. I'll let you.
All right, she was right. We gonna go at it anyway. Anyway,
you
let's
can
go
jump
back.
in
And
and
again,
you want to.
they
That's
were the
funny.
ones that told Sony, yes, take it off. Yes, take it off.
Sony said, no, we will not. Let's get these refunds. You better close that store.
So what Sony did, Sony was like, we're gonna offer these refunds. We can't sell this game anymore because people are going to buy the game, play it for a few hours, and then turn it back. And so they're like, okay, cool, and they took it out of the store. And they took it out of the store while they went back and fixed the game. So, where I'm sitting with this game now. So again, when the game first came out, I gave it all the
Yeah, you
heat,
did.
all
I'll give
the
you
fire.
That's true.
What
That is
where
absolutely
where
true.
what happens is that they have spent manpower and man hour. I work for a technology company, and I understand this. If you are putting resources, people's times, developers, project managers, QE, lead, TPMs, project managers, product owners, all these people to create these patches and updates and all this effort and money into a game, that game is not dead. And you are working to, because understand that software engineers, especially developers, they're probably getting paid no less than $70,000 a year, and you probably need a team 10, 20, 30 people working on this game. And so that's a lot of man hours that you're putting in the game that you're quote unquote saying dead, or that's something that you're just going to let die. They did intend to right quote unquote give people what they promised and right their wrongs. That was their intention. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to stand by it. They gave people promises, and they were going to try to deliver on those promises. Because when you put that much manpower and 2 years of development, continuously development, patches, fixes, graphical upgrades, designers, artists, software developers onto a game that you could have said forget it and started working on another game, that means that you are putting stake in this game still, and it is not dead. So I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, you guys messed up before. What can you deliver to us now that you have the time, now that you've had the resources, and now you're able to, 2 years later, try to fulfill this dream that you had 8 years ago when you first designed this game. And so that's where I was, and I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and take a look at this next gen upgrade and play the game that I bought for $10 when it was on sale, because that's about how much it was worth to me. So with
That
all
was a
that being
long break
said,
right there. Boy. That was a long break. I'm like, what? Go ahead.
with all that being said, right, I finally got a chance to play the next gen upgraded version of Cyberpunk, and it still sucks. I don't.
Wait a minute.
I tried to on the.
Man. Slap yourself, K-Ball. No, you're not getting away with that. You not passing up. Back that right on back up. What?
I'm not describing. I'm not passing up. I'm
Okay, all
going to
right.
describe it. I'm trying to
Okay.
describe it. So I gave it a try. I tried to play, and again, I'm not a big fan of first person shooters, so that's probably part of my issue there. But I digress. I
You
booted
not?
the
I thought you
game up.
were.
I popped in. I wanted to try the ray tracing mode because I saw an image on how the ray tracing was so much better visually than the performance mode. The ray tracing is marked at 30 frames per second, and the performance mode is locked at 60 frames while trying. Well, sorry, the the ray tracing. Yeah, so the ray tracing is, I believe, 30 frames per second, and it's trying to give you 4K, and the performance, and I think is 144p, and it's at 60 frames per second without any ray tracing. And so I tried I think I had it on performance first, and I switched it over to ray tracing, and I tried to aim and move my character, and I felt like I was in molasses. Uh, I'm like, is this even 30? This is this is not that great. This is I could never play this game on this setting. There's absolutely no way I can play this game on this setting. And so I said, let me go back to performance mode. And so I'm playing performance mode, and it's a smooth 60. It is. I do give them that. It is a smooth 60. I had no problem with moving my character. Had no problem moving around the map. And this is the preferred way that I would play the game. But while I was playing it, while I was walking through, while I was doing stuff, and I'm looking around, it just, after playing other PS5 games, it doesn't blow me away, right? It doesn't do what the trailer that they showed did for me.
Let's
When
look
they
at this
showed it in
thing.
E3 several years back, it doesn't set a standard to me. It looked it looks outdated at this point. Looking at Ratchet and Clank, looking at um some of these other Horizon Zero, not Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. Looking at that game, it's starting to look. It looks a little bit dated at this point. It doesn't blow me away, and so I was pretty upset. And also the biggest takeaway was was moving around. I started to get the motion sickness from playing it, and I'm like, that's a nail in the coffin. If I get motion sickness while playing the game, just like I did with Killzone, the first person game, I can't play it, and I got motion sickness from it, and I had to put it down because I was starting to feel sick, and so that's pretty much a nail in the coffin for that game. But as I said before, I wanted to give CD Projekt Red a chance again to uh, prove themselves right to me, and so I was open to that opportunity. And for me personally, again, this is me. They did not succeed.
Okay. Man, I got so much I say, but Keith ain't talked yet. I'm playing the original trailer to get an idea of what the game was supposed to look like. Keith, you have played it. I'm gonna let this be known. I have downloaded the demo for the PlayStation 5. I had to move. I had to erase some space on my. That's the only reason I didn't play it yet. Is because I hadn't erased any space to make room for it, and I didn't know what I wanted to erase. I'm really sick of erasing stuff to play stuff. But anyway, people talk about. Anyway, we won't even have that
Get a new
conversation.
hard drive. I got you.
Right. They talked about Nintendo Switch. I'm like, bro, I got more games on that thing than this. And I think I can only hold about 2, 3 games. I think it's Call of Duty taking up all my space, 100 and something
Yeah,
gigs.
it is. It's like 170.
But Keith, I'm gonna turn it over to you before and let me. And I'm trying to analyze all what K Bum said so I can come back with some things. But go ahead, Keith. I'm gonna come back.
Well, for me, I bought it on Stadia and I bought it on the PC. I think uh, I think Cyberpunk is an amazing piece of art, but I'm kind of in the same boat as everybody else. It's like, although it may be this huge world, and they did succeed in creating a huge world.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
that has a lot of layers, a lot of details, things that you wouldn't even think of that they would put in a video game is in this game, including genitalia. I know this is a PG podcast, but it's in there. All,
It's in there.
everything that you could think of is in there, and even the story dialogues.
I know it
But
don't look nothing like this. I tell you that much.
Well, you're actually at the wrong. You should be looking at that trailer. That's all
I know.
CGI.
I know. I'm going to.
There's another trailer that showed the E3. That's actual. The 44
I
minute
got
trailer.
it.
That's
The
actual gameplay.
2018. The
Yeah, because
2018.
that's
I'm pulling it up.
yeah. You're not looking at gameplay right now.
Right. I'm pulling
but
it up.
yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, they have succeeded in creating this world that
Agreed.
that you actually can get lost into. Like I was sitting back thinking about the older I get, am I going to want to play a game like Civilization? Because to me, Civilization is not something that's fun, but it has a lot of depth and layers. And I think Cyberpunk is a game that has a lot of depth and layers. It's not always fun. You know what I mean? I went on a mission
Huh.
and I saw this Jamaican guy. And I went upstairs and we don't went out, and then all of a sudden, of course, naturally we get in a gunfight. And at first we was kind of hostile, but then we became cool and all this other stuff. So the layers are there, I think. And I think if those people who seek that type of game, that type of depth, I think they will find it with Cyberpunk. But if you're looking for something a little bit more scaled back, something like a game that has layers, but I can also get through it quickly because I want to get to the next thing and I have a life. Uh, uh, you might be looking at different games. So I think Cyberpunk is in that realm where it's like it's so even though the technical parts of it is so bad, they put so many other details in it
That's true.
that you could appreciate. Like the video you just had level where they were sitting in the car, you just look at the big guy, the big black guy, and look at his elbow and how the reflections are as they're driving, and it's real time reflections and all
Right.
those little bitty details. That makes for a compelling piece of art, but like I said, it's not always fun, and that's the the gift and the curse. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was I don't want to go so hard at CD Project Red just yet. This is their first stumble, right?
Right.
Cable, I think Cable kind of alluded to it earlier when he brought up all those stumbles that EA was having, but yet we weren't ready
Still
to
having.
cancel them. Huh?
Still having. Because they just botched the Battlefield game and they blamed it on Halo and COVID.
You sure right.
Why they blame it on
So
Halo?
They did. They blamed on Halo and COVID. Go read the article.
Wow. Okay.
but yeah, they having all these stumbles, and it's like CD Projekt Red, this is their first one, and maybe I'm a little
It's a
biased
big
because
one. It's a
it's
big one.
huge. It's huge.
It's a
But
big one. Let's not belittle it.
they had a lot of people to feed. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They had a lot of people to feed with this one. So as before, it was Xbox 360 and PS3 and PC later or at the same time. And then that plate started getting bigger the more and more these companies want to keep. I'm not trying to defend them, but they are an independent company, and I know their budget isn't as big to be making
Yeah.
games.
Just tell the truth. You're gonna defend them.
Right.
Just tell the truth.
But yeah, their company's not that big to be doing that, and I can see how they misfired. They messed up with this one, but
Yep.
but I do think that they deserve a chance to try to fix it, whether it be the refunds, whether it be the
Yep.
continuous work on the game to improve it, to say, hey, we're going to make promise on what it was supposed to be.
Yep.
Some companies just leave it like it is. Like that new Xbox shooter, that game is not going to get fixed. I'll promise you that. but but I appreciate that. But if they do it again, then we could be like, all right, hold up. I'm not going to buy your next one. And if they do it
This
again,
is a
then that's the
trend.
end of it. Yeah,
It's a trend. After two is a trend.
right. So I just
Man,
feel like,
this game
they
moving
they
slow. How he moving around them corners? Like, okay, now I speak.
but
Okay, I'm listening.
I was gonna say they trying to make it cinematic, but
Yeah.
this is one
Yeah,
of, like I
it
said,
is.
this is one of those games that if you want that depth, it's there. And I think for them to try to put that many details and try to put it on as many consoles as they can, they could or whatever, I still applaud them for what they're trying to do now. But like
what they're trying to do now, exactly.
What they're trying to do now. But in the beginning, yes, I agree with everybody. They played the industry, and it was wrong for them to put it out. But the game that they're trying to make, I appreciate more. So, and this is their first one for me. So,
yep.
Okay, I mean, okay, I feel like I'm wrong for. But anyway.
He said, "I'm a hater, but anyway."
I'm gonna give CD Project Red the pass, right? Keith has. He touched my heart. He convicted. He brought conviction to old level head heart. It was something he said, man. K-Bub, don't do that.
Cool.
Don't be petty like that, man. Don't do that. But no, he did. He said when that last statement. He said this their first time, and he said, "I like what they trying to do." And I was like, you know what? I give them a pass. But anyway, this what I'm gonna push back here, K-Bum, on this, and we'll move on. I hope they ain't showing too much. Oh my God, let me pause.
Yeah, there's some nudity there, buddy, in that video. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
You might rewind that or something.
Just skip on past that.
Yeah,
y'all. We trying to be sensitive to the kids. But anyway, I probably still need to be sensitive to the kids. Lord Jesus, nudity everywhere. But no, the only part I'm gonna push back on still is your statement about the refund stuff. Now I hear what you're saying, but that's like me. Okay, if I owe you $50, right, and you catch me in a situation where I wasn't prepared to give you the $50, and I say, man, I got your money. I'm gonna get your money. You can get it right now. You looking for it right then, right? You looking? You don't want me sending you around the corner to Jacob to hey Jacob, could give K-Bum this $50 that I owe him. You ain't gonna tell him that. You ain't gonna want me telling you that. And that's what they did. They lied, man. They just lied. Said they gonna give refunds with no plan of action. Hadn't talked to Sony. Hadn't talked to Microsoft. That's why I said it the way I said it, because I just bypassed all that, because the truth was you threw that at Microsoft and Sony to figure it out. Sony just so happened to say, you know what, no, we would play game, but since you just gonna be this blatant with it, we ain't playing ball. We gonna expose you. We taking the game, since we giving refunds, like you said, we taking the game down, and we're not selling it until you fix the game. And then to me, that's when CD Projekt Red started to change their tune around what was going on with this game. But with that being said,
I do disagree with that line, but that's fine. I disagree with that. That's how it happened. But that is your perception of it. But I do disagree that that's how it went down.
Okay, the reason I said the way I said, and I'm gonna let it be, is the response of Sony says it all for me. They just said something to get through that situation. It wasn't. I know you're giving the benefit of the doubt that they had all intentions on giving refunds. In my opinion, if you had intentions on giving refunds, you already sat down with Microsoft and Sony. You already worked this out before you make that statement. The fact that you hadn't worked none of those details out, and it wasn't until Sony responded the way that they did that it exposed that you hadn't even sat with them. To me, it says your intentions were just to say what's needed to be said to get through that little moment of that season where y'all was under scrutiny in the hot seat. To me, it didn't seem. What I remember at that time, we felt like they was not being genuine. They was hustling us. They got the money. They sold the game, and until Sony pulled it off their shelves, I feel like, at least from my vantage point, that's when we started to see real for real actions. I think Sony got on their behind the scenes and in the public. I think Sony was really on. I think Sony and Microsoft was on them behind the scenes. But then Sony took it a step farther, and to me, pulled the proverbial wolf rug from under their feet and made them like, no, y'all gonna stand and deal with this, not us. Because if we giving refunds, you ain't selling nothing over here. And that's kind of when I felt like CD kind of was like, okay, let us do right by the customers that bought this game and tell the truth. And that's when they started telling the truth. But
I disagree, because if you have to understand, if Sony is the ones giving the refunds, that means CD Projekt Red, they were going to try to pay Sony for the refunds after the fact instead of paying for it up front. That's what they were trying to do. They weren't trying to put all the money and have Sony deal with it. They were actually trying to have Sony give the refunds up front, and then they were going to pay them what the refunds would have cost Sony. But Sony was like, no, you are going to pay the upfront cost for them, and you're going to work with us on how to do that. That's
my point. Like, so you again,
but that's not lying though.
What I'm saying is you giving them.
That's not lying.
Well, let me explain
what
I mean.
Hiding.
Let me explain what I mean. It is, but it depends on how.
It's not, because you're paying the refund.
You're giving
your statement is correct. You are going to refund the game. It's the details that's not there,
and that's where
that's not a lie.
Saying the lie is in.
But that's not a lie, though.
Let me explain.
That's not.
We don't have to agree here. On my side,
we don't.
All right. So what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. It is a lie, in my opinion, for this reason. You're going off the strength that you believe that they had all the intentions of doing what you just said. That. You
don't make a statement about refunds without.
Let me finish. I interrupt you too. I apologize, but let me finish.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
You made the statement. You ain't talked to Sony then. We gonna give y'all the refund, but you want Sony and Microsoft to put the money up first, and then you gon', I'm throwing up the quotations, divvy up with Sony, put it on my tab, or I owe you. No, that ain't how it works. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying, y'all
but see, that's probably the way that refunds actually work, though. Like, that refunds may work if the game isn't completely bugged. I'm thinking that's how refunds work.
I don't know.
Right?
I'm saying
if that's how refunds work, but this was made a special case,
right?
And they were like, "No, we're not doing it that way. We're doing it this way."
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
That's what they would have done normally. That's how refunds handle. And Sony was like, "No, we're not doing it that way."
Right. And like I said, I got what you're saying, but you're giving them the benefit that
I'm giving the benefit that they said it.
Wait a minute, hold up. Listen. You're giving them the benefit that what they said they had intentions of doing that. I'm saying everything that you've done up to that point was not genuine all the way through until Sony said, no, bruh, you ain't doing it like that. If we take this game down,
to disagree on this one.
I'm just going off what happened. Sony took that game down and said, look, you already made the statement. You already got these people expecting refunds. We going to honor the refund. But we not selling it until you fix it. And then that's when they tune changed and they started.
See, I disagree with that.
Okay, that's where I feel like
set of events. That's what I'm saying. I disagree with those set of events.
Okay,
it's cool.
We're
going to agree to disagree. You guys heard it live and level that K-Bomb, and the first time ever, K-Bomb and Level has agreed to disagree. Not the first time.
So, all right. So we agree, but Keith and K-Bomb, both of y'all convinced me. I give them the pass. I'm done with Cyberpunk. K-Bomb, you can't say nothing to me about Cyberpunk no more after you said it's still trash. After 2 years waiting for this game. And you deserve a slap. You deserve a slap yourself for that one, man.
No, I'm an open-minded person. That's all it is. I'm an open-minded person.
I'm open-minded.
They gave them the benefit of the doubt and said, "Hey, show me you can make a better game." That's all
I'm just saying that one action.
K-Bone, you got the options for Death to Field. Is it Death to Field? Yeah, I think Death to Field.
I think. Let me check. I'm playing with it right now. I'm playing the game right now, so I
Yeah,
can
you
check to
might
see
want
if I
to
have those options.
That's
play
why
with
you.
the
Yeah,
depth
I
of
do. I
field.
have it turned on. It's only
That's why
on
you
or off.
sound drowsy.
There's no numbers. It's only on or
Oh,
off.
That's why you
well, I'll
sound
play.
drowsy. You sound like
I'll
you
figure.
drowsy and
It's probably the motion blur I need to turn off. Actually,
I turn that off too. Motion blur.
it's probably the motion blur that's making me sick.
yeah. I told you, sound drowsy, man. You sound like you ain't having a good, good time. Anyway,
Anyway,
let's
let's
move
continue.
on. Let's move on. So we got
Foolishness.
right at 20 some about 24, 25 minutes. So this kind of came out of nowhere because we really didn't have a whole lot to talk about this week. But Keith, man, we got. I don't know if you saw this, but apparently, and let me find this. There's some game concept art that has popped up on Retro Studios Twitter page of Metroid Prime 4. And I think it was Game Explained. I was cooking and saw that. Well, I wasn't cooking at that time. I was upstairs. I had just got home from work and it popped up on my suggestions. So have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm finna go ahead and give me your thoughts on what you think this means.
I mean, there's two things. I guess the first question is that Samus that we're looking at?
I don't think it is.
I see a lot of people. First of all, let me say this: it's a beautiful picture.
Yeah,
With the
are we
shadows.
Are we that hungry for?
No. Like from an artist.
Is this the fun 2.0? Remember we got. Is this the fun again, man? Are we getting too excited? This is it. This all we gonna. This is it, bro. This is it. This all we gonna see is a. I don't know. Go ahead. My bad.
No, because I'm looking at the picture now, and like if you look at the dead center, it looks like a butterfly or something. It's a picture. You got the little antennas in the top. Maybe I'm looking at it too in deep. Maybe I am hungry. I don't know. But then I don't know. And the color makes me think of what was the stuff? The plasma stuff.
The plasma.
I was gonna say Chozo, but that's the people. Phazon.
Phazon. Okay.
Yeah, the blue makes me think of the Phazon. So it makes me think the Phazon isn't all gone because spoiler. I think they destroyed the planet at the end of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But I mean, they need to come on and show some gameplay and what console it's gonna be on. That's all I care about.
This is not going to be on the Switch. I don't want it to be on the Switch. So first of all, I don't think this is Samus. I really don't. I don't think it might be Samus, but I was listening to the Game Explain, and they pretty much be on point with what they be saying. And they said the angle is through a lens, like you looking through a visor. So you looking through a visor. I don't know if you're looking through Samus' visor or somebody looking at Samus, or is this, what's that one Samus that was kind of a Dark Samus? Is that the name? Yeah. Is that Dark Samus? But I'm not sure. But what looks it, man, I think we hungry. K-Bump said last week we starving. I think this is starvation.
No, it's cool. I know K-Bump gonna go, but no, it's cool, and I mean the excitement that I can hear in your voice. I mean it's justified. We do want another Metroid Prime. We waiting on it. We want to see what the new ideas that they can come up with, and knowing that it's coming from Nintendo, you know it's gonna be quality. I don't think that's a visor. I just think that that's how they make their pictures.
Well, it's that thing at the bottom. See that? Oh man, it's I can't. At the bottom, you can see like at the top, you see that little line right there, and at the bottom, let me go back, and you see little graphics like it's a visor, like they was kind of pointing that out, like how it looks. They saying it's a visor, but it could, they could be wrong. But they was pointing out all this stuff. I'm like, man, how y'all be picking up on that stuff? So anyway,
I don't know. Like
it looks dope though. It looks dope. I ain't gonna front. It looks dope. I don't know where she's standing or if that's her or Dark Samus or whatever.
I see it.
Right, you see it? Right.
No. That's Dark Samus looking at Samus.
That's what I thought. That's what I was saying. That's Dark Samus.
Eyes. Those are eyes.
Right. That's what I was saying. Right. So I was like, I think that's Dark Samus. I don't think that's. I think she's looking at Dark Samus. So with that being said, even the shape, the way it's shaped, she don't. Anyway, so. K-Bum, I know we kind of Nintendo geeked out for a second. I know you kind of repulsed and quivered in the corner, but you here, my friend. So do you have anything to say? Are we doing too much over concept art?
Y'all bet not ever say anything about me getting excited by a CGI trailer again. Y'all bet not. Never. I bet not hear another.
Hold up, K-Bum. Hold up.
A CGI trailer. If you are getting this geeked out,
hold up.
Concept art picture.
But listen,
but we got Smash Bros though.
We got Smash Bros though. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Nah, bro, y'all better not say nothing to me when I
this is better than the fun.
On the CGI trailer.
Ain't this sad that we start?
This is a still.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. I want you to really, K-Bum, really look at this picture. I know it don't resonate with you, but now that I realize that those are eyes looking at her, that makes this whole thing just change. It's just flip. Man, that's incredible. Because you can't see it. That's why you can't see it. But I can see it. I'm looking at it.
Bet not say nothing to me when I get on a CGI trailer.
I
bet not heard a word from you.
But it's better than the fun. Remember all we had was a fun. I kind of got on the community.
On some
I got on the community for that time. I was bro, we look. We looking for anything to be excited about on the Switch, because I said I don't want this on the Switch, so I'm hoping that this is pointing to a new system, because I don't want this on the Switch. And like I said, I don't think that's Samus, bro. I really don't. I think that's Dark Samus. I don't think that's actual. That's not her.
I think it's Crumbs.
It is Crumbs. But it's, even the dogs eat from the master table. No, it's like,
now we speaking scripture too. Okay.
Nah, my bad, man. When it's in you, it's in you. Anyway, so I think that's Dark Samus. I'm gonna see what's in the comment section. Man, they crazy. Who crazy? Taz. Who crazy over here?
He's talking about.
Keith, come on, forget K-Bum. Let us geek out for it. We ain't had nothing to geek out on the Switch.
No. I didn't tell you guys not to geek out. What I said was, don't say nothing to me. Oh man.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what? Okay. Since we here, we got about 10 more minutes because we just argued basically this whole cast. But anyway,
that was a funny cast. I do have to say,
me and Keith. Yeah, we crazy for being excited for Metroid Prime concept art. Maybe we are.
Hold on. Let me correct something right quick, Taz. I think it's a beautiful picture. Concept art, whatever. I just think it's a beautiful picture. I think it tells a story. Like this, it's just a really good piece of art. I still don't know what Metroid Prime 4 is going to look like. It didn't make me more excited about Metroid Prime 4. It made me excited about this picture and how beautiful it is.
Man,
I am an art connoisseur sometimes.
Yeah, I am.
I think it's beautiful. I still have no idea what Metroid Prime 4 that did not do anything for me in terms of Metroid Prime 4.
Right. Now, we're not gonna say a word, K-Bum. We gonna honor that. But I won't keep the hit on this. He said something. I'm intrigued. He intrigued me. So if it's Dark Samus, you said this changes everything. Why?
Well, just in the picture, the way I was looking at it like a caterpillar or something, like a butterfly. But then I realized that maybe it is a visor because I started seeing the eyes looking back at me, looking at the person in the front. It's just a reflection. Mm-hmm. And I haven't even watched this game explain video, but they probably said something like that. But because I'm looking at the same thing,
they didn't say Dark Samus, but I don't think they said Dark Samus. Maybe they did say Dark.
No, I can't imagine who else it'd be because Samus has human eyes, and if they would have put human eyes, it wouldn't have looked as mysterious. Mm-hmm. So I think Dark Samus is looking at Samus down a hallway.
That's what it looked like to me. To me, the silhouette has a sinister look to it. And I know that's crazy to say that, but it feels sinister, and it doesn't feel feminine. It don't I don't know. This might where I might be stepping off, and I don't know. I might sound kind of crazy, but I know it's Dark Samus. So, but it's not a human. It's what is that? Dark Samus is a
construct of her consciousness. I don't know.
Right.
A mutated.
It's something. A mutation. So to me, when they show Samus has a regalness about her, royalty. This kind of looks sinister. This looks like whoever this is has bad intentions for whoever they looking at. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if that's Samus. It doesn't, and I know that's crazy. K-Bomb, get on to me later, man. Go on, get on to me later. Talk stuff. I know that's a lot to draw from a concept art picture, but that's what I feel when I look at it. Like, that ain't Samus. That's not Samus, and that's how I feel. It just doesn't. And I know that's crazy, but it does. It feels like something else, and it's like, why would they show it? Why would they have it so far back, and why would they have it faded out? And to me, that's all intentional. You know, they want you to try to wonder if it is or isn't Samus. And I think if they're doing that, then they're hinting at Dark Samus is either in this game or we're looking at Dark Samus mysteriously, and they put the best way to hide something is to put it right in your face, they say. So you can assume that it's Samus, but for whatever reason, I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's something else. But everything around, just the whole picture, it looks dope to me. I know it's concept art, but it looks dope to me. Anyway, it's still a picture. I know. It's a still picture. I get it. I get it. Taz, you gonna hush up in the comment section. Let us have our moment. Let us have our moment. Let us breathe.
Taz, this is why I deal with the Nintendo heads.
Oh man.
But we got Smash Bros though.
But we got Smash
man.
Bros.
Enjoy your picture, man. Enjoy your picture.
Anyway,
60 frames per second.
Go ahead.
What was that, Keith?
Said 60 frames per second.
So I think we basically at the end. We didn't. Is there anything else to talk about?
I do have to say something. So, I've been playing this pretty much almost the entire podcast, and I made some changes to the visuals. And I can report that the ray trace mode is still trash. There's no way in the world you can play this game at 30 frames per second. But now that I've changed some settings, like kind of how Keith was talking about, the performance mode actually looks pretty good, and it feels better. And the driving actually makes the game, the world, look better when you're doing the driving. It looks much better driving. So it is appealing a little bit, but if I can't get rid of the motion sickness, then I can't play this game.
Man, go and let it go, man. Go get that seafood and that horizon.
Speaking of the seafood, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you compare it to Batman?
It's okay. It's better.
Oh.
This is why. It's better than Batman. Okay. Dang it. That's okay. How can I explain this? Batman is dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the angles and the environment, the fact that everything in an environment is interactable, you're able to interact with it. Like you can literally jump over anything in that stage, you can interact with it. If it's a bottle sitting on the counter, you can pick it up and hit it. If it's a broken bat or a broken pipe or a stick or whatever on the floor, you can pick it up mid-fight and crack somebody upside the head. Everything plays into the battle. Whereas in Batman, you know, you got your dodge and your hit and you just jumping around. This game, it don't allow you to do that. It's way more realistic. It feels like a kung fu movie. You feel like, well, Batman doesn't feel like that. Batman is dope. Like, the scene where you fight Bane in the prison. I don't know if you remember that scene. And I think it's in the prison where you got to fight all these inmates before you get to Bane. And there's a lot of them coming at you at one time, but they kind of wait their turn and they kind of let you know when to counter. You feel the counter. You know what I'm saying? You see it. You see the button come up to counter. This game don't do that. You just gotta watch, and it ain't gonna alert you. It ain't gonna tell you when who finna punch you. You ain't gonna know where it's coming from. You don't know which one gonna hit you, but they gonna hit you, and they gonna wait till you vulnerable to hit you. And so it's just different. It has elements of Batman, but no, Batman would be better to be like this. I think Batman would be way better like this than how Batman is. I like Batman, but at the same time, I have a love-hate relationship with Batman. It gets boring after a while. This game, even though there are some recycled animations you're going to see as you get more and more moves, and as you age, it changes up. He gets more skilled. They have this one thing, focus hits, where you can kind of go into like this status where you slow everything down. You can literally poke out their eyes, or you can do a focus shot, hit a nerve or a pressure point. Like it's really detailed, man, once you get into it. So you would have to play it to really understand why it's different from Batman. Because Batman oftentimes keep you in an over-the-top view. You know, you kind of looking from top down. This ain't like that. This is right in your face, and they behind you. Think of Kratos in God of War. Is it 4, K-Bum? I think it's God of War 4. Where you go into where back in the day, Kratos, you can see every enemy. On this game, if you turn this a certain way, you ain't gonna see what's behind you. And you'll see a stick come out the screen and pop you upside the head. You're like, oh, I forgot he was over there. That's how they treat it, like a real fight. So if you got blind spots, the computer is gonna treat you in a blind spot. You gotta move. And you gotta constantly turn around, like in God of War, where when you might have 2 enemies in front of you, you still got people behind you. You gotta remember that they there, and you gotta turn around to engage them. So it ain't quite God of War in that sense, because it ain't over the shoulder. It is over the shoulder, but it does pull out a little bit where you can see the whole body. But the camera ain't worrying about you seeing everybody. It's like you really fighting. And like I said, it looks like you on the set of a movie. So you could jump over the table, you could roll in the cash and whatever on the table will fly up in the air, and it'll float and it'll disrupt. The whole table look messed up. Once you roll over, it's gonna knock all the papers off and how it was all straightened up. Like when you come down this one step and there's a dude at the bar. And I kind of go in, I just run down the steps, jump over the bar. Because the first time when I talk to him, you got a choice to answer the question. And based on how you answer it, they gonna respond a certain way. They'll call their goons over, or might engage you with another question. Well, I answered wrong the first time and he called his goons up. So the second time, I just ran down and he asked me the question. I ain't even engaged. I jumped over and knocked him out. So that I can sneak up on the other 2 dudes and got that bat off the shelf and beat them down. So it's different than Batman. It's different than Batman all the way around. Now graphically, it ain't touching Batman, but combat-wise, it's killing Batman, in my opinion. You would like it, Keith. If you like Batman, you like Spider-Man, far as the combat, this is way better. It looks like a Chinese martial art flick. Like when it pull out and you do that, them rapid, 4-5 punches to the chest and climb up to the neck and sideways chop on the neck and the face. It does that. And it's dope, man. And it's real dope. You can one-hit people if you time it right. You got your power shot, you got your weak shot, you got your combinations. And I'm really button smashing right now because it'd be too many people be trying to do all the moves. But you got special sweeps, all that, man. It's dope in my opinion. It's dope, and it got that 5 fingers of death type vibe to it, where you walk in and you killed my sensei and all that type of stuff. You going down, it's all there, man. Everything is there. All that kung fu movie stuff that we like is in this game. So yeah, I recommend it to anybody. It's a good $40 spend in my opinion. Anything else? K-Bomb 20 with the show enough. It's Bruce Leroy for real. It feels like all that. Minus the lightning bolts and the glow. You don't got that going on, but actually you do got the glow. Well, the enemy get the glow, and that's another thing that's dope. And I saw this before I played it. So you can be fighting a character, right? A regular run-of-the-mill enemy, right? Not no boss. And they can get that glow on you. And they'll whoop your tail if you, because they'll block your shots because they'll be the last one to be you and them. Once you go through everybody, they kind of get this this amped up, more power and strength out of nowhere. This increase in strength, and they'll start glowing. And it's harder to beat them. It's harder to knock them out. It's harder to counter their moves because they just as amped up as you are because they don't want to die. So it got some stuff. It got some dope stuff to it. So I was whooping this dude up, and I had grabbed him to do my finish move on it, and he blocked it. And then he just started glowing. He whooped my tail. I died. I was like, oh Lord, I got killed by a regular old regular dude in this room. I ain't even got to a boss yet. I came back and smacked him up, but he killed me that first time. So, it's a good game, man. It's a good game. You had to play it. So, like, take Kung Fu, mix it in with a little bit of Batman, Spider-Man, put real life martial art moves from movies, and then put like a John Woo, Donnie Ying on it, and that's the game. Donnie Ying, like them movies, all that, like IP Man when he's standing there, it looks like all that. Everything they do in the movies is in this game. Real talk. And the animation is so smooth.
I'm end up trying it out. I don't know when I'm gonna get it probably through GameFly, but I'm definitely gonna try it out.
I don't know if they got physical because I had to do the digital.
Yeah, it comes out in May.
Okay, so you might have to do digital, but if you want to play it now. But anyway, with anything else? All right, well, thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. Me and K-Bum had a squaring off of Cyberpunk. Hey, we agreed to disagree, but I don't have no hate for CD Projekt Red. Hopefully the next game they fix all their issues that they had and deliver like they did on Witcher 3. I think. Let me ask this real quick. Do you feel like they was overly ambitious? Do you think it was too ambitious?
Extremely ambitious.
Okay, I give them.
And I think their biggest issue is that they didn't know how to handle the next gen. Because,
and I think they're trying to top Witcher 3 too, and that was such a big game, man.
I think they should. What they should have done is just not have a current gen version and just did a next gen version. And then they should have just that would have been a lot of their issues out the window. But they never actually had a PS5 version of Cyberpunk. it's only PS4 with the upgrade. And I think if they would have went PS5, no PS4, or no Xbox One, only Xbox Series X, that would have been much better for them, and they wouldn't have the issues they had. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
But they were way too ambitious.
Okay.
And they couldn't do exactly what they wanted to.
We trying to stay in the time frame. You still going? And I'm like, I got you.
The hate.
I'm still hate. I'm messing with you. Keith, did you have anything else you want to add to what K-Von said? Or you finished? Are we done? Are we finished?
Is you done? You finished? I think we're good. Like I said, man, if you go back and listen to what I said, I think for somebody who's looking for a long-lasting, deep game, go play Cyberpunk. If you're just trying to get through games, probably not the game. It's probably going to be really boring. Probably not the game for you.
Okay. Apologize for the brief stint of CGI video game nudity.
Oops.
Did y'all believe we'd ever get to this state in games where we would even make a statement like that? But we are here. Games have come to a whole nother place over the last decade. So
That's true.
hey, we in a new space. So I apologize. But we caught it pretty quick. Yeah, you did get a flash, but it wasn't a whole lot. Anyway, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Till next time, y'all be blessed, and we'll see you on the flip side. Slap yourself!